Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Today is Monday, the 7th of June 2021. I am happy to be here. This is Kev's Daily Vibe or Spiritual Vibe. I hope you had a good weekend and you are ready for the work week if you're a Monday through Friday person. I'm a day after day after day person. I actually like that. I don't really consider what I do work. It's just, you know, each day I'm blessed that I get it. And each day I'm gifted by what happens and what transpires. All right, let's get right to our reading for the day. I'm going to, I found this yesterday. I was going through some cupboards and I found this. I was looking for a pouch for my cards. And this was sitting, it's been sitting. I think I got this 5 or 6 years ago at one of these fairs. And I'm almost trying to find the person who made it because I really like this little bag because it has a little pocket on the back for something else, my business cards, maybe that's a good idea, crystal, something like that. Anyway, here are the cards. I've made a new mega deck and which is actually using Angel Guide Oracle cards, which came out last September, and then the Angel Prayer cards, which are the blue backed ones. I took 16 of the Archangel cards from Angel Prayers, popped them into Angel Guide Oracle, and then, you know, to pull our card for the day. So let me go to, there we go, get rid of my keyboard. That's it. Then what's that there? There we go. And off we go. So I'm going to give these cards a little mix up and shuffle. I've done my little protection. I've done my little heart space. Thank you, Source Energy, for being here, reminding us that you're present. I'm willing to listen, to receive to your message of the day. Bring a message for all of us to follow, all of us to share, all of us to be aware of. There we go, and that's one I want to share there. I think I'm going to just pull one today. See what this one message is. Divine timing. Let me just concentrate a little bit on this divine timing and what I do to tune in to. Oh, I've got an angel here. Okay. So the image here is, if I lift it up a little bit more to this camera, see if it will, there it goes. I won't catch fire with the candle. A bit close. You see it's a Native American, looks like a shaman. And if you can look at the image on the card, there's all these different colors. He's surrounded by angels and wings and most all of the loving colors of the chakras. We've got 1111 appearing at the top of this angel's head. And it seems that while everything in the outside of the world or outside this world in this card seems murky, unclear, cluttered, and seemingly without any order, what's happening on the inside above this angel's head is the information is being downloaded and coming in a clear fashion. What's happening on the inside may not be representing what's going on the outside. What I would say to this card and this message for today is that if you're feeling that things are a little caddywampus, out of whack, particularly if you're attempting to do something with contracts, with business, or something seems off, remove yourself from the chaos of it. Try not to make it mean anything. We've been in a culture of instant gratification, being able to push a button, dial a number, send an email, push a text, and we have this expectation that immediately something is going to happen. We're going to get a response. We're going to get what we want. And it's as if there's an assumption that what we're requesting, we're going to manifest, irregardless of whether or not this works in alignment with the other energies. This card is saying basically that nothing is as it seems, and things have a way of turning on a dime. But it doesn't have to be awful or chaotic. It just requires a little more space between what you're looking to accomplish and for it to be happening. If you'll notice, any news reports that you read are contradictory from one outlet to another. This is all part of this chaotic information. There is your own intuition. And in the 50 plus years that I've been aware of mine, following the intuition, knowing which way to go, what to do, following a logical, intelligent way of proceeding forward, it's required all of that chaotic energy to move aside, move away, to get quiet, and to pare it down to the actual essentials. What is essential? This card, Divine Timing, basically says all you have to do is place your intention out there. Be as clear as you possibly can with what it is you're looking to accomplish. And then let divine timing, source energy, the energy that created the planet to begin with, that created you, that created everything in your life, let that be the power and the energy that brings it into being. Nothing is by accident. There are no, it just so happened that way. It happened for a reason. And we're supposed to follow what that is. The angel wisdom's encouraging you to trust your intuition and keep the faith that good things are always unfolding. This feeling of being impatient and unsettled needs to be let go. That's your ego. It can also pull you into a downward spiral. So you've got to trust that all your prayers are being answered. All your plans are coming into fruition in a way that's meeting every single one of your needs. So what I like to do is go beyond what I'm looking for, asking for, and making these affirmations to the highest good of all concerned, myself included. This is a sign that your hopes and dreams are unfolding, and even if you don't think they are, I mean, I've heard this week Mercury's in retrograde, things are going to go mad, going to go wild. You need to remember that you might be working in human time, but God is always working on the soul time, which has never been measured or rushed. Know that your angel team is with you all the time, encouraging you to call in the support of heaven. Line up your current situation with love and imagine yourself and your situation covered in a golden light. Ask the angels to show you how to go forward, how to move forward, and know that it's always working for your highest good. I have, let's see, let's put you back on my, there we go. I have a wall full of pink post-it notes, not unlike this. They're just things I find, things I write, things I'm looking to manifest that may not currently be in place. And I do it when I know that there's these fears coming up. And fears, your fear, what you're frightened of. Oh my goodness, that chaos, the chaotic mindset. That is the absolute absence of love. There's no joy. There's no peace. There's no harmony. There's no real good stuff happening when you're wrapped up and paralyzed by fear. And the way I look at how fear grabs you, it is what we've known before, what somebody else told us, what we have believed in, what we are sucked into, the feeling. And it's not difficult to get sucked down a drain hole of fear, particularly if you're walking among communities that are fear-minded, that are blinded by the fear. And I've said before, I think as recent as yesterday, just look at how our commercials are set up. You know, used to be, there was a commercial on TV that showed somebody in an accident covered in bandages, going on and on and on about how he was covered by his insurance no matter what happened. It was always there, and things, basically living a chaotic life. And then you have commercials for medicine, that if you have heartburn, or if you have this, or if you have that, or if you've got backache, or if you are suffering from chronic illnesses, well, a long time ago, I was diagnosed, I mean, now it's been 20 years, with type 2 diabetes. And at first I went into denial. No, that can't be possible. Absolutely not. Then I decided I'm not suffering with it. It isn't something I suffer with. It's something I live with. And it's just like having an extra mole. For me, it's a bit like, okay, my system is doing something that most other systems don't do. And then I'm lined up with other people that have the same type 2 diabetes. So I've got it under control. I decided, well, I've got to take charge of my eating habits. I've got to take charge of the nutrition I'm putting in my system. My body is saying, listen, I want to keep you going. I want to keep you happy. I want to keep you functioning. But this can't happen. A bit like a vehicle, you know, it's got a great engine, great wheels, great chassis, great body, but you've got to keep on putting the good stuff in it. Otherwise it's going to fall to pieces. Changing the oil, checking the transmission, all of these things. I'm using this as an analogy, and I just got messages in my ear that this is perfect timing. Let me explain that to you. So those of you that get it, have you ever all of a sudden had one of your ears almost like it goes deaf, but you can hear a ringing, or you can hear a sound or a tone? That's just a message from spirit, just connecting with you. Not necessarily a message that we would get, someone's calling on the phone or texting to where you can put the words into an actual subject. This is just that they're here. Goosebumps is another indication that your spirit guides and your angels are around you, protecting you. And that's what this divine timing says. Whenever you find yourself being sucked down the drain hole of doubt, sucked down the fire of fear, you are moving away from love, away from joy. And there's a chance that the light of those two energies, love, joy, peace, harmony, all of those things aren't able to protect you. They aren't able to surround you. They're not able to nurture you, bring you in. Call upon the archangels if you're looking for nurturing. Archangel Gabriel, perfect, also known as Gabriel. If you are feeling bullied, or you're feeling that someone's putting upon you, or you're feeling like, well, you know, I need my warrior to come, or I need some confidence, you can call upon Archangel Ariel. She works with the golden light, works with like these wild animals. Call upon that energy for giving you the confidence to push you forward. If you feel like I've got to release some kind of guilt and shame and some feelings that perhaps I need to offload, that I feel bad about, Archangel Uriel can come through and help you with all that. If you're going through a major transition that's tough, the ending of a job, the ending of a place you've lived in, something that's coming to an end, and you are struggling with the transition, maybe you're moving house, you've got to get all this stuff done. Call upon the Archangel Zadkiel that works with transforming from one thing to another peacefully, easily. And then there's always Metatron. Metatron works with the divine matrix, that like a bunch of circles. If you look up the divine matrix, you'll get that pattern. It's quite beautiful. That's the magenta light. And you know, I always look at magenta, that color, as being somewhat magical. It's not pink, it's not purple, it's just, well, this color. And here are my affirmations. Dear God, thank you for entering where you already abide. Dear angels, thank you for being where you've already been. That constant feeling of being in the company of spirit world and tapping into the divine timing and letting go of this idea it has to be done by Wednesday at 2. And all I say is, says who? As long as you're working to the highest good of all concerned, everybody involved, as long as you're considering how your actions, the outcome of what you want to do, benefits more than you, you know it's on your timeline, you know it's on your soul path, you know it's about to occur. So let's just put that into terms that you can understand. Say you want to buy a car, right? And you're nervous because you're assuming the car payment's going to be more than you can afford. Okay, so we're working with two things here. The joy, the peace, the love, the experience of getting a new vehicle. How that feels, what that looks like. How it's going to feel when you put your hands around the steering wheel and you drive it. Then we're also working with the energy of fear that's going to block it because we don't think we can afford it. So let's look at that part of it. Let's look at the piece that is on the back foot, not the front foot. How do you move past it? So then you look at reality. Let's get real. Let's get truthful. The first thing I'm going to want to know, what do you believe the actual payment's going to be? What do you believe we can get the payment to? And if you're trusting the finance folks, if you're financing it through a bank or a dealership, then get it to where you want to pay, what you want to pay, the terms that you would like to have, what you want to have. So you know what you're bringing in through the door, you know what your budget is, and you know, well, yes, I can afford this, but I cannot really afford that, or it's a bit of a jump. And then find out what your margins are. Can you go $20, $30? And then consider all the other things. And once you've got that down and you've understood what the responsibility of this new vehicle is, then you can work on making the divine timing happen. So who would this benefit? Would benefit you. You're getting a new vehicle, new house, a new, whatever that is, whatever that stretch is. It's going to benefit whoever sold it to you, the brokerage that brought it to you, the people that set it up for you. If you're financing, it's going to benefit the bank. Grateful for the bank's financing. If it's going to mean that you are going to be given more responsibility at work, thank you for opening the doors that allow me to easily afford this note, this loan, this car loan, whatever this is. I'm happy and grateful that the bank gets to benefit, that I get to benefit. So you see, if you're looking at what you're doing and what you're wanting to accomplish in a way of how it benefits a lot of people, it's likely on your timeline. If the reasons for you getting something, achieving something, or doing something is purely selfish, meaning you're doing it because somebody else did it, or you're doing it because the ego's running amok and saying you have to do it, and there really isn't a benefit, a higher purpose, a higher reason, then look at that behavior. you can still have the free will to do it. You can still go out there and make whatever purchases you want. The other part I want to look at when it comes to dealing with abundance or change or transition, it always has to come with that feeling of joy, that feeling of love, that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of lifting up the vibration. Because if it doesn't, the only reason for doing anything like that is to fill a void. It is to get something that you believe is missing. And if what's missing is the love and the joy and the appreciation and all of those things, that's the part that has to be worked on first. If we're not feeling love, joy, peace, harmony, truth, authenticity, there will always be a chasing of the rainbow. There will always be a chasing of the dream. Because what we need to make these things happen, we've actually had all along. Some of the happiest people on the planet have wants for very little. They don't want very much at all. And I've witnessed myself in myself and others that I'm on this journey with together go through periods of materialism and then realize at the end of it, I didn't really need that. I didn't really want that. I don't know why I bought that. That doesn't really have a purpose anymore. And the lighter we get, the more lifted we become, the more sensitive we are to the emotions of, for want of a better expression, the earth, Mother Nature, the kumbaya of how things go. Come by here, let it go, come and go. The more sensitive we are to our planet and what we're looking to do to improve Mother Nature. It's all part of lifting up the vibration. All part of the divine timing. And sometimes there's chaos and people create chaos and they create these arguments with other people in their heads. They're stuck in the fear of something. Stuck in the fear of whatever is void of the love, the peace, the joy. So, your message for today is divine timing. If you are looking at possibly doing something and it's not working out the way you thought it would, or plans are changing, be okay. It's fine. And there's another affirmation that Louise Hay, I don't have the book because otherwise I'd pull it right up and get it verbatim. It goes something like, in the infinity with which I live, all good things are happening for my highest good and the highest good of all. It's something like that. It comes from her book, You Can Heal Your Life. We affirm what we don't currently have or believe, and it becomes a constant affirmation to where your mind is ticking it over and making it happen. We're not affirming what we know for sure. We don't need to affirm it because we already know it. What we have to affirm is what we don't know and what we are not sure about. Right, my friends, it's time to meditate. Actually, no, I want to read from this book to see if it all lines up with this card. June the 7th, never say never. On my trip, I stayed at several state parks. The lodging was usually fine, but the ambience and setting often weren't. Or wasn't what I wanted. I needed smaller, quieter places. At one point on my journey, I said, never again will I stay at this state park. Shortly after, I found myself nestled in a room at the Olympic State Park in Washington. It was one of those finest, quietest, most healing places that I had ever encountered. I laughed at myself by saying, never had I nearly cheated myself out of the experience. Please don't say never. It sets up resistance, challenges life, challenges fate, and closes doors. Never is dogmatic and judgmental. Never means looking at things in a limited way. And never usually means probably. When we say never, it is sometimes because we have prejudged a thing without experiencing it. Other times we say never because in the past a particular experience with a place or a person was unpleasant. To say never means we're experiencing all similar experiences to be unpleasant. It doesn't leave room for change. It doesn't leave room for something new and different. It doesn't leave room for fresh experiences. Learn from the past. Trust yourself. Trust your experiences, even the ones that haven't worked for you. But please don't say never. Stay open to all the universe holds. So my guides and angels up over here are saying, reminding me to remind all of us that they are always willing to help, always willing to swoop in, and always their purpose is to bring into manifestation what we want to have a happy, joyful, peaceful, loving, kind, and caring life. When we come into a physical embodiment, we have the power of free will. That's what we're given. We're allowed to choose what we want because we now have a physical body, a physical vehicle, and a planet to do it in. We actually have this physical planet to do whatever we want to do, go wherever we want to go. And I myself went through all sorts of things to change countries. That's something else, especially now. Folks moving from one continent to another, adopting new laws, new rules. It can be done. It's possible. If you say never, it won't. So when your spirit guides and angels begin to guide you down a road, their spirit guides and angels know that the road they're guiding you down could possibly cause this feeling of panic and this feeling of uncertainty. And you have the free will to keep going or say never, shut it down. And when you push that never, shut it down, I'm not doing it, I won't do it, oh my goodness, and you get into this flurry of fear, they can't help you. Source energy has to have an open vessel to come in and sit and allow you to feel safe and secure, which is why I'm now learning that in the morning and in the evening to do the cleanse, take off all the negative, to do the moisturize, move all the energy out, moisturize the skin, fill in all the cracks, tone, make sure I'm in tune with myself. I am keeping myself in that gratitude mode. There's another one. Kyle Gray has a lovely way of doing this protection to where you're cleansing off, sloughing off, toning, moisturizing. But basically, the entire time, there's gratitude. There's a feeling of gratitude. Coming from an attitude of gratitude is the way you earn what you want. Working with the attitude of gratitude brings you everything you could possibly want. We're taught to blame other people when things don't quite go our way. We're taught to have a hissy fit when things don't go our way. We're taught to be reactive when we fear that things won't go our way. We're taught to be demonstrative and throw hissy fits to get what we want to go our way. But that's not necessarily the way. Gets you what you want, but at the end of the day, it's not for the highest good of all or everyone else. And at some point or another, that energy, it works for a period of time, but not for long. That energy gets exhausting because we get into the habit of staying in dis-ease, out of harmony. If you notice, folks who exhibit that kind of behavior have indigestion, constant scowl on their face, deep lines and wrinkles. They don't feel youthful, vibrant, happy, jolly, fun. There's no light around them. It's all been zapped out, taken away. All right, let's meditate. Bring your feet flat down to the ground on the earth. Pick up your arms, open your arms and chest, find that physical space and settle down into your breath. Big breath in to clear the space. Release out, let go. And then bring your mind and consciousness to the rhythm of your breath. Inhales and exhales. Settling into the right here and the right now in your humble abode, in your rightful seat, and the righteous place that you are on the planet. Allow whatever thoughts are generating within your mind to be like ticker tape. Float on by, float on through. They're going to happen. Let them go. See your thoughts as being traffic on a celestial highway, as if you are standing, watching the thoughts pass by. Settle into how your physical body feels. Scan from your feet into your knees, your inner thighs and outer thighs. Focus on your hip joints, your pelvic region, the bone that joins your hips, your pubic area. The rounding of your gluteus muscles, your butt, your lower back, lumbar area. Focus on what's happening in your belly, your digestive system. All the filtering systems of your body, your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your gallbladder, kidneys. Moving up through your body into where your ribs are and how your rib cage brilliantly protects your heart, your lungs, how each and every breath, inhale and exhale, moves your diaphragm up and down so that you can pull in air from the room into your physical body to oxygenate your blood and every one of your internal organs. And taking your mind and your consciousness to your chest, along your collarbone, down your upper arms, into your elbow joints and wrists. Working on the energy in both wrists and all 10 fingers. Be with and picture your throat, your jaw, teeth, your mouth, your nose. Breathe into and open up your nasal cavity, your ears, eye sockets, forehead, the top of your forehead and the crown of your head, that sensitive part right on top of your head. Bring your attention to your heart space. And picture a beautiful light, golden light, can be lilac. And let this light, your eternal flame, illuminate you as if each and every one of your skeletal bones is being powered by source energy, lighting your bones up like an LED light. From the soles of your feet and the crown of your head, imagine your light source coming from the Fathers in the heavens, the source energy, your star energy. And see this stream of light, stream of love, stream of protection, stream of organization, stream of support. Coming down through the stellar gateway, down through your soul star, into your body, filling your heart space, down through your legs, into your feet, from your feet into the loving support of the Mother Earth. Let this light shine bright. Let your attitude be one of gratitude. What are you most grateful for today? What one person, place, thing brings you the most joy? Thank you, Source Energy, for bringing me your light. Thank you, angels and Source Energy, for filling me with your love. Thank you, angels and Source Energy, for reminding me that you're here. I am grateful for your presence. I'm grateful for your assistance. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to receive. I'm willing to share. And I'm willing to serve my purpose. And so it is. Continue breathing and being in this space of utter, complete bliss. Let the energy of the archangels, energy of spirit, the energy of your past relatives, if you can think of them, they're here. If you can picture them, they're here. Know that the energy of those that have passed, those that have left their body, the umbilical connection they have with you is never broken. Just continue breathing and breathing in that light, seeing yourself as part of the source energy, pulling from the universe, pulling from the energy that created you, pulling from the energy that created the clouds, creates the atmosphere, pulling from the energy of the sun, When you're ready, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Make note, mental note of how you feel. If you have items that are on your mind, causing you worry, removing your bliss, just affirm, thank you, angels and source energy, for lifting the burdens of the world off my shoulders and for resolving all issues quickly, peacefully, and successfully. And so it is. From this moment forward, all good is possible. Lift your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center. And together, we just say Namaste. So, in closing this, all I would say on that, from divine timing, is if you are worried about something, bothered by something, just as I said, affirm that it's being taken care of and give gratitude that it's being taken care of. Even if you are uncertain of how, you don't need to know. You know in your life there's been situations that have resolved themselves in a way that you couldn't possibly imagine. Well, you don't have to worry about how they resolve themselves, just that they will. All right, my friends, have a great Monday. I will see you tomorrow, I hope, and another message. Bye.